Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Thank you for tuning into my video. Today I want to show you how to transform Voyager Optimus Prime from the 2006 Transformers Classics toy line by Hasbro. We are going to start with the vehicle to robot transformation, we'll show off how to operate and transform the weapons, and then we'll go back with robot to vehicle conversion. To have a complete vehicle mode, we need three components: the main Optimus Prime figure, one of the weapons which forms the wind vane, and the second one which forms the exhaust pipes. And we begin the transformation by removing the exhaust pipes. It's best to do it by keeping our finger close to this position, as this is where one of the hinges are, and with the construction of these hinges, as you can see, these may sometimes pop off. So it's no problem, we can just pop them back on like so, and we'll come back to this part later on. Now, the second weapon, the wind vane, can stay where it is throughout the entire transformation, but removing it will make everything much easier. So I will try to make my life easier, like so. And now let's work on Optimus himself. So we start off by taking our fingers over here and flipping these panels so that they cover the rear wheels, and now we bend this section like so. This will release small hooks that are over here that go into these little grooves. And now we can straighten this, and while we do it we also straighten the whole leg like so. We can already transform them by flipping out the kneecaps and straightening the feet like so. And now we can get our hands over here and pry open these two panels that will hinge over here like so. And this will allow us to flip out this whole section like so. And once we have these elements swung forward, we can swing them back, but at a different place. It's best to get one hand over here and take this like so. This will allow us to now work on the forearm, which we straighten out like so. We get our finger over here to pull out the hand like so, and now we can swing this 180 degrees, and while we're at it we can now move this whole panel over the back of the forearm like so, and we rotate it again one more time, and now we can swing this so that we have something like this. But we will not pull it down, we will work on the other arm like so. So we swing it back, straighten out like so, spin it around, cover it up, and place everything into position. And now we can take this part, flip it out slightly so we have a place to put our finger, so we can pry out the head like so. Now we can take this whole structure using this hinge to close it off like so. The head will rest on this. Now we can collapse this, and now we have enough clearance to spin around the entire upper torso like so. And we might want to make ourselves slightly more comfortable, so we will pull this out for one more second, so we can now push up the whole grille, so we can collapse the front wheels and bumper inside like so. And now we can pull it down again and close this off. Now we can pull down the arms and separate the legs, and now classic Voyager Optimus Prime in robot mode is complete. As a finishing touch, we can also reattach the wind vane to the back where it would be if we haven't removed it for the transformation. And before I transform the weapons into their individual combat modes, I will show you how to combine them into a single weapon. And again, this can be done with the wind vane entirely attached to this back hinge throughout the whole process, but it will be much easier if we just separate it again. So first step, we have to spin it around, and as you can see we have two holes on the back which correspond to 2 pegs at the base of the smokestacks. And this is hard to do on camera, however there's a little method. We have one smaller peg over here that has a little notch in the hinge over here. So what we can do is we can try to first have our point of connection over here, like so. And once that's done, we can connect the remaining 2 pegs, like so. Voila! And now we reattach the wind vane, like so. We just have to make sure that these parts are properly aligned with the base of the smokestacks, because otherwise they will hinder this attachment point for the wind vane. So now we put everything back together, and now we have this dual backpack cannon mode. And now let's form the individual weapons, starting with the smokestacks. So what we want to do first is to move out these pieces that will form the stock of the weapon. Now we will get our nails, if we have them, to this little carving so that we can flip out the bottom of the barrel like so. And now we can put both of these halves together to form a double-barreled rifle, like so. And to transform the wind vane, we grab it at the edges and we pull them together downwards like so to first reveal the handle and front of the barrel, which we now flip 180 degrees over here. We flip out the tip of the barrel, and now we have 2 complete weapons for Optimus Prime. And attaching the weapons is very simple. Both the handles and the fists are 5mm system, so they can go on either hand, and you can weaponize Optimus Prime with weapons from different Transformers using that standard. One thing to notice is that the bigger gun has this little carving on the back, so that it can go on the fist while still taking care of this slight protrusion, like so. And now we have a fully weaponized Optimus Prime, which is indeed a sight to behold. And now it's time to put everything back into vehicle mode, and we'll start with the weapons, with the double-barreled rifle. First we can collapse the stock. Now we split it in half, like so, on this red hinge. We hide the lower parts of the barrels, and the smokestacks for the vehicle mode are complete. To form the wind vane, we flip the tip of the barrel 180 degrees, like so, so it hides inside this piece, and this piece also flips 180 degrees, like so, so it rests right next to the handle. And now we take both halves of the weapon and we pull them upward or downward, depending on your perspective, so that they cover the handle, and the wind vane is ready also. Now let's work on the main figure again. So we start by pulling up the arms like so, not entirely. We need to have some room to work with the hinge that's over here above the elbow. And now we can put them slightly backwards like so, and we can start transforming the forearms. First we push down this panel and straighten it up like so. Now we can flip out this back section as well. We can already do it like so. Now we pull down the fist and we do the same on the other side, like so. And while we're in this position, we can pull up this hinge and now spin around the whole upper torso. But before we move up the grille and pull the front bumper and wheels forward, now we can put them down and now spin the whole upper torso like so. We can now pull this whole hinge down like so and collapse the head. Now we can spin around the forearms like so, so that these yellow paint applications are facing upward, like so. And now we bend the elbow the other way around, like so. And as you can see, there's a slight cut in the arm guard, so we pull the arm so that it vanishes in the forearm, like so. And now we can pull the whole arm back. We pull this closer to the head, and now we can close up the front of the vehicle, like so. And now we push these two panels closer to the grille so that these protrusions clip into these holes, like so. One done. Second done. And now we combine the legs, flip down the knee guards, pull back the feet, and now we have these small hooks that will go into these little grooves on the hinges of the knee guards. We can again bend the knees slightly so that to make this easier, like so. And now we close it off by flipping these panels forwards so that they rest under these panels, and now we can reattach the weapons. The wind vane is easier. We have this small 5mm port right behind the head. We have this peg. We just make these two elements go together. And now we reattach the smokestacks. Again, we have these two holes that correspond to these pegs we've seen before. And we just take one and attach it first. And once it's in place, we just align it on the other hand, so we have a pivot point, like so. And now we have the vehicle mode again. And that's all for this video. I hope it was useful to you. If you would like me to prepare a full review for this toy or would like to suggest another toy for this how-to series, let me know. I will catch you again soon, and until then, stay well.